Dreaming about teaming up with a superhero? Heartbroken about the latest comic death? Do you find your conversations always turning to Marvel? Then welcome Marvelites to your therapy session. Join your hosts as we explore the realms of the Marvel Universe, taking you into new insights, movie reviews, and debates. Here, we won't try to cure any obsessions, but fuel them, because the world is better nerdy. Welcome to your Marvel Therapy Group.
Alright, welcome back to another episode of Marvel Therapy Group. This is Joe, and with me are two guest stars. We have returning guest star Brian Mazer.
Hello, MTG.
And my dad, Vin.
Hello!
These are two out of the only three people that I know who watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so I've invited them on to talk about the Season 6 finale, which was 2 hours, doubleheader of the season finale, and it was awesome, but still not enough, because 2 hours of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is still not
Never enough, Joe?
Never enough.
Well, there's still a lot of unanswered questions, too, so
Yeah.
see where it goes.
So we're gonna recap Season 6 a little bit, talk about what was leading up to this up to the finale, then talk about the finale, and talk about those questions that were unanswered, talk about that cliffhanger in Season 4, Season 7. So we'll dive right in. So, for Season 6, actually, I'm going to back up a little bit to Season 5.
Oh.
Because they brought the monoliths back. The monoliths were really important in in basically every season since Season 2.
2 or 3, right?
Yeah. But the three monoliths were found in the basement of the lighthouse, where S.H.I.E.L.D. sent a bomb to try to get rid of the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. So the three monoliths exploded. We knew there was a space and a time one. We didn't know what the third one was. But the energies from the explosions created a fear dimension, which I think was the 100th episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Sure.
I think it was. And it was really cool because it brought back enemies from past seasons, plot points from past seasons, as the agents are harboring these fears from past years. And so Coulson has to go mend the rift because he's dying anyway. And he seals the rift with gravitonium. But as we find out in Season 6, it turns out that the energies of the monoliths combined with Coulson and created and displaced a copy of Coulson's body throughout space and time. Right?
Yep. Because
the third monolith was a creation monolith. And then we find out in the finale that basically his body, I don't know if it was Coulson himself or just his body, was transported to like the MCU's version of Marvel Zombies. The Marvel Zombie universe.
Yeah.
Except it's a planet.
Yep.
Right.
Which again was revealed in the Season 6 finale, which kind of wrapped it up and like made Season 6 really worth it. Anyway, do you have anything to add to that so far?
Nope, good. I'm good.
All set.
Alright. So, as it's typical with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's a very complicated answer to what happened, but that's part of what makes the show so great.
Yes.
It just...
First, before we jump on that note, Joe, how many times have you watched these episodes? Have you gone back?
Oh, yeah.
Netflix, because you know all really details. Things that I get confused about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I watch it a lot.
I was constantly asking, what just happened?
I've watched the first episode of the first season like 100 times because I am constantly showing people this series, but we have to start with the first one. So
Right. Well, from the beginning.
Yeah. So I've seen that one the most. It's a good pilot. So to recap Season 6 so far, it starts off, or to go through the highlights, we have Sarge, Snowflake, and two other people who I don't remember the name of, but one breathes fire. Mm-hmm. And these are just like a ragtag crew of interplanetary people whose planets have been destroyed.
Yeah, picked up along the way.
Yeah.
Together, right.
Yeah, so they're like, oh yeah, let's go destroy the S.H.I.E.L.D. Let's travel the galaxy and track down S.H.I.E.L.D. So meanwhile, Daisy, Gemma, Piper, and Davis are in space on board the Zephyr, I believe, because it's a space shuttle now.
Right.
After season 5, and they're looking for Fitz's body, who was supposed to be in cryostasis, but I think it's because of either the Chronicoms. Yeah, the Chronicoms destroy the ship, trying to kill Enoch, and then it disperses Fitz and Enoch throughout the galaxy.
I like Enoch, by the way.
Yeah.
Good character.
Yeah, I like him. He's good. He's funny.
Was it so? When I first saw that, I thought it was an MCU illusion. I thought it was like Thanos' ship. That just a random burst destroyed where Fitz was. But I think it was the Chronicoms.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, actually.
Yeah, I wasn't sure who. I just saw the blasting off the ship was gone. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know who was chasing him.
So we're gonna make the MTG's headcanon be that it was Thanos' ship. Just a random space outburst that destroyed Fitz's ship. So they're in space. They end up on Kitson, which is a whole planet of a casino and a brothel. And so then on Earth, May tracks down the cloaked truck that Sarge and Snowflake and the 2 others are in. I can't remember the guy's name. The guy that breathes fire.
No, the big guy.
Yeah.
He's the one that went out and destroyed something on
Yeah.
the episode before the last one.
Right. Yeah.
I don't
I can't
remember his name yet.
So May tracks down the cloaked truck because May is hit the hardest about this, like, Coulson reanimated body coming back. They attack. Coulson gets brought in, then gets put in charge after. Who is it? Mac and who? He gets put in charge after people are in space but about to die.
Well, Mac and Yo-Yo disappeared together.
Oh yeah. It was Yo-Yo and I don't know, one of the agents, Piper or Diaz, because the 2 Shrike are in that containment unit and they're like exploding. Yeah, so Coulson gets put in charge, or Sarge does. Fitz and Simmons and Enoch are in Kitson. They were caught cheating at the games, so they're about to die. But then they get bought by S.H.I.E.L.D, and this is out of order, but they get bought by S.H.I.E.L.D, or like freed by S.H.I.E.L.D, and that's the first time we see S.H.I.E.L.D. It happens that she's going to Earth because she is the creator of the Shrike, or the leader of the Shrike, and that's one of the unanswered questions. I feel like this whole season was just unexplained.
Okay.
Because we don't know like how S.H.I.E.L.D created the Shrike, or why she leads them, or even where the Shrike came from, or what the Shrike are.
Do we really need to know?
No, it's just a very sci-fi element.
Yeah, she just showed up there, and that was it.
Yeah. But no, we didn't really need to know.
Right.
Because the season was still good, and it really was about Coulson coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the whole. But was he back? They weren't sure
Right.
for like 90% of the season.
And
I think...
And you never were really sure because he turned into that other creature.
And we're still not really sure.
Right.
Which we'll get into. Yeah, because Marissa Tanjarin and Jed Whedon, the writers,
Yep.
they didn't know they were getting season 6, so they were just kind of like, all right, we have a month to write a whole season.
Right.
Let's go. We'll figure something out. So meanwhile, the Chronicoms are chasing Fitz and Simmons because Enoch interfered and saved the timeline. Chronicoms didn't like that, but also they kind of blame everyone for S.H.I.E.L.D destroying their own planet. It's weird, but I guess that's what... You can't question a Chronicom, because again, we don't... They're one of those unanswered questions. Chronicoms are a thing. Meanwhile, back on Earth, Sarge blows up the Shrike Tower. There's a whole thing involved with that, but if you watch the season, you know. S.H.I.E.L.D still makes it to Earth because... or kind of with Benson's help. No, that's after. S.H.I.E.L.D still makes it to Earth because she possesses Davis.
Right.
Who then passes out at the party, which then leads into the episode Leap, where she jumps around everyone's bodies. It's really good.
Goes through everybody.
Yep. So, okay, then S.H.I.E.L.D possesses Yo-Yo, after she retrieves the gravitonium device with all the monolith energy in it, and asks Benson where the I don't know, energy source or site is. Then she goes there, and that's basically where we are now for the finale.
Okay.
And I've talked for like 10 minutes. So
the fire breather's character name is Jacko.
Jacko, yeah.
Jacko. And the actor is let's have him here. Winston James Francis, 7 feet tall, 330 pounds.
Oh wow.
He was a big boy.
Ate his Wheaties.
And then,
Okay.
And then some.
Yeah.
So the only one that didn't die was Snowflake, but Deke liked her, but then Daisy said lock her up and we never see her again.
Yeah, she wasn't in the last show at all, was she?
No.
Right.
She should have been, but I guess we just assume that she's in some S.H.I.E.L.D. jail
Right.
Yeah, still.
for the rest of her life.
They didn't trust her.
Yeah.
Next season, though, they're supposed to be bringing back characters from the past episodes, so maybe she'll show up again.
Okay, that's good. Hopefully we get the robot guy from the first season.
That was a long time ago.
Then he, then he came back in the 100th episode.
Robot guy.
The robot guy. He's getting his own show, spin-off show. He had the kid. I'm blanking.
Oh.
Get your little phone up.
Yeah, I can't. I don't.
I'm completely blanking on the name, which happens a lot while I'm podcasting. But okay, so season 6 finale starts off. Oh, Flint. Okay, where are my notes? It starts off with Flint, because Flint came from season 5. He's the Inhuman that controls rocks, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mac and Yo-Yo create Flint from the creation monolith because they're fearing that he would be there right now to create the monoliths. Again, it's complicated because it's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D. possesses him, creates the monoliths, and she gets her monoliths, and good for her. But bad for everyone else. So then Fitzsimmons and Deke found out that it was a frequency thing that S.H.I.E.L.D. used to possess people.
Mm-hmm.
So they created sonic frequency bracelets. And also Sarge gave up all of his daggers and they melted the daggers into bullets because it's made out of that special thing that kills shrikes. Oh, here are my notes. Out of order. S.H.I.E.L.D. possesses Flint, creates monoliths. She's feeling good about herself and she runs outside to her shrikes and says, "Bring me an army!" Which is like kind of poorly delivered in my opinion, but you know.
Yeah, it was kind of a dumb spot. I thought she has to go out and call. She can't just do something to make them come.
Could have been a little more dramatic.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb.
But whatever. I forgive a lot of things thanks to the S.H.I.E.L.D. It's fine. I've always said that they could just film grass growing, what they call Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and like, oh, what does this mean for the MCU? So many fan theories. The agents go dark because S.H.I.E.L.'s sonic frequencies can pick up their radio frequencies with their equipment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then Deke reveals that he brought his company based off or made on stolen S.H.I.E.L.D. tech to the lighthouse, and Fitzsimmons and Deke, who were a really good family unit, they were getting used to each other, having fun, being cool science people. That breaks down, and Fitz gets mad at Deke again, and then Deke finally stands up for himself because he's always been the comedic relief of the show. After he came back to Earth, he was his comedic relief.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were talking about that.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Because the beginning of season 5, when he was in space in the future, he was very resourceful. He was a survivor, but then he gets back to Earth and he's a clean slate, and then just becomes kind of the puppy dog of the S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, he's their grandson.
He seemed kind of sleazy.
So then he stands up for himself and says no one likes him. That's why he created the company. And in order to prove himself to his grandparents, of all people, he uses the Shaw drive and teleports into the pyramid. So, I want to ask this. Where do you think that Shaw drive came from? Did he create that, or was it based off of S.H.I.E.L.D. tech?
I think anything he built was based off of S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff. I don't think he had
Yeah, they kind of.
I don't think he had his own thought in this whole show so far.
Yeah, they kind of revealed that when he took them into that lab, and Fitz figured out that all the pieces were taken from some other place.
Yeah, the framework code.
Yeah. But not only the framework code, but everything else in that lab.
Do you know what that was from? I have a theory.
Which, what?
To me, the Shaw drive looked like the device that Hale used, the alien communication device, where you pull a lever and you get transported to that mindscape to talk to the Confederacy.
I don't remember that one.
No, you got me there.
It's all yours, Joe. Keep going.
All right, we're gonna go with that. That's where it came from.
Well, another thing too, I think was all stolen is he really didn't know how it worked.
Right.
Because he screwed off, did something, then he's trying to go, didn't realize he had to recharge it.
Yeah.
Right.
And next time moved it.
And his people knew.
Yeah, next time he moved like 5 feet, and he could for a while.
Yeah, he was really more of a. He was resourceful, so he was really more of a technologist than a scientist.
Yeah, he was a thief.
A thief.
He's also childlike. He's trying to impress
True.
other people.
Yeah.
And get I want to be liked. But anyway, okay.
What's funny is that in any promotional videos that the cast does with Deke, they treat him the same way.
Oh.
I mean, not to be funny, because no one likes him in the show. So they carry that into the promotion.
Oh.
Good.
Anyway. So he teleports into the pyramid. He rescues Mac, Yo-Yo, and sees Flint. And that was funny, because they're from the same timeline. They're both from the future. Mm-hmm. So they're both like, what are you doing here?
Which Flint, was that young kid?
Yeah.
Okay. The one that popped up near the end?
Yeah, the one that Mac and
Yo-Yo he brought him. Yeah, right, they created him, and then he was taken over.
Right.
Yeah, and then they tried to escape, and S.H.I.E.L.D. possessed Yo-Yo and used her bionic arms to break his leg.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yep,
right.
I remember. Okay, that's what I thought it was, but I didn't remember his name.
She's kind of ruthless, but if you're trying to save your entire species, I guess, you have nothing to lose.
Oh, yeah, she was... yeah. She was not nice.
No.
And I thought, I thought the whole sort of confrontation between her and Sarge ended close to the end of the first part of the episode and into the second part of the episode. Man, that was dragged out. I'm sorry.
The whole thing.
Just the whole interaction between them. They kept going back to it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It got dragged out.
Yeah, but to the point where it's like, all right, Coulson, just kill her.
Right. Do something. Come on.
Like he was doing his monologue there.
Yeah. Right.
Well, they had to delay so that May. Oh, that's one thing though, is that we, up until the very end when Daisy quakes him, we still didn't know if it was Coulson or
right.
Yep.
Pachakutig, or whatever the
creature
name
was.
Yeah, what the creature's name was. So that, I think that also made it more ambiguous because he stabs May, leading us to think it's Pachakutig. Pachakudi, whatever.
Yeah.
The silver guy.
The Marvel
the shimmer guy.
But before she dies, he sends her into the realm, through the portal where death is meaningless, and then she takes the sword. He sent her through with the sword.
Right.
So then you're like, oh, is he just betraying S.H.I.E.L.D. and sent May to go, stop the monolith portal from the other side? But then, so yeah, it was weird. They dragged it on that you still weren't sure if Coulson was in there somewhere. So I thought that interaction was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. And I thought it was part of the plan until he drove the sword through her.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
But also there was that one point where May had that dagger and she's standing literally right next to S.H.I.E.L.D.
She just had to swing back halfway.
Yeah. But instead she goes up to Sarge and she goes, that pain is love.
Yeah.
Well, okay, you couldn't have tried to convince him after you killed S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, there were some silly moments in that
Yep.
in that finale.
Yeah, she just tries to appeal to his humanity, or the Coulson side. So do you think that when the Coulson's body got displaced through time and space, was it just his body, or was it him who just immediately got possessed by one of those?
I think it was
alien
him
things?
because he said some things in the last couple episodes that just his body wouldn't have known,
Right.
and which is what started people thinking that might be him.
Yeah. And he had memories.
Right. And so,
Yeah,
so
because
you
he
have some
called
memories.
Daisy Sky
Oh, yeah.
during that
Yeah.
confrontation when she was going to take him out.
Yeah.
That was a good scene.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wished it lasted longer because we have Quake, a really powerful Inhuman, hunting down an interdimensional space ghost with another interdimensional sword, like alien sword. It was really cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure the S.H.I.E.L.D. fandom liked it.
So I'm sure Coulson was there somewhere. Not
Yeah.
not just his body.
Right. It was just a piece, some
Yep.
absorption.
So Coulson got replicated and sent to the Marvel zombie planet for all of like 2 seconds. He was like, "Oh, this is weird," and then immediately gets possessed by the space ghost. Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah,
So I mean that part you can't say.
yeah. We'll go with that. That's what happened.
Okay. That works.
Yeah, and then he starts remembering. Yeah, because then he gets his memories back. But it's still Pachacootic.
Right.
I'm gonna call him Pachacootic.
Yeah, it's- right. Sort of like I guess a shapeshifter.
Or I guess
Sort
it'd
of.
be like if S.H.I.E.L.D. possessed someone for too long, they might start to fight back.
Yeah,
Maybe.
true. She can't stay that long in the body because she seems to go in and then
And quickly. Yeah.
quickly come back out.
Yeah. But also, Coulson said or Sarge said he'd been hunting down S.H.I.E.L.D. for centuries.
Right.
But that's Pachacootic.
I was gonna say it could be the other one. But why was he hunting her down? Because she was with her.
Yeah.
So was he just hunting her down to join forces again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Right? Because Coulson would have wanted to hunt her down to kill her.
Right.
Pachacootic wanted to hunt her down to rejoin her.
Join forces again.
So the Coulson side confused the parasite.
And it could be just wasn't strong enough yet.
Yeah.
Because he really didn't come into play until Quake started making him get mad about stuff. Remember?
Yep.
And then that's when he started coming in. Like that gave the little creature strength enough to overcome Coulson. Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think being... So this is another reason why I think May just should have stabbed S.H.I.E.L.D. because that was like a crossroads for him. It was like, does the Coulson side prevail and go with May, or does the Pachacootic side prevail and go with and commit genocide on Earth with Shrike? So May should have just eliminated that possibility, and then Coulson would have been like, "Oh hey, we won," and that probably would have shut down Pachacootic enough that
Maybe.
Coulson could have come through more.
Could have been.
Oh well. Another thing I was thinking is maybe there was something different about the sword itself. That only the sword could kill them. The daggers were meant for the Shrike.
But they didn't know that.
Yeah.
When she was standing next to her with an arms race, she didn't know that at the time.
Yeah. Oh well.
She was too busy listening to monologue.
Yeah. Daisy, Sarge. Oh, so a little bit before that, Daisy, Sarge, and May are fighting off the zombies to get inside. I thought this was cool that May still didn't have a gun. She had a dagger.
Yep.
Because it's been a running thing since the first episode. That if May needs a gun, she'll take one. She's always hand-to-hand combat.
Right.
That was a good continuity. Yep, Sarge stabs May. May ends up in the zombie planet and survives because they're zombies, so life and death doesn't really exist there, as S.H.I.E.L.D. says. Yeah, and then again, that's where it's ambiguous. It's like, did Sarge mean, or did Pachacootic mean to send her through with the swords that she would survive and kill people on that side. Yeah.
You don't know.
I had trouble enough with Sarge's memories that he kept bringing it up, and he kind of visited it in one. I forgot which episode, close to the end, where he would this image of a woman.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think like in a dreamscape or something.
Right.
Oh, he had been shot.
Yeah.
May, possessed by S.H.I.E.L.D, shot him. So he's in this dreamscape with this other woman, and she disappears and was very abstract. But so was he married and have a family at some point, and S.H.I.E.L.D killed him, or was S.H.I.E.L.D who he's remembering as
No, it was Daisy.
his
Because I
family?
think a little later on we see the people revealed as he gets his memories back, and it was Daisy first, and then it went to May. Would have just been those two. I thought it was Coulson's memories.
That's what I thought. But then S.H.I.E.L.D was saying, cast doubt on what he seemed to be thinking, or remembering, I should say. So I was confused by all what he seemed to be remembering and what was actual reality for him
I think it was Coulson's memories coming back through.
coming through.
Yeah.
Okay, so the family was his agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
family. Oh, okay, got it.
But there was a line at some point from S.H.I.E.L.D. She was like something about Pachacutic's family. I think they were a thing.
Well, it sounded like at the very end, yeah.
Yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D and Pachacutic.
Yeah, she was doing all this for him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it was his idea originally
right.
to get the Shrike on another planet.
I thought they did a good job creating him
Yeah.
visually.
Yeah, it's like the first time that Hive was revealed from Ward.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah,
Right.
looks like a Star Wars character.
Yeah, no, but yeah, there were some instances where the special effects in the series would be good,
Mhm.
you know, and they would just like. I think they kind of put their budget into these moments, and the rest of the series was them, running around and
Yeah,
not like the movies where the special effects where
Yep.
a lot of money was dumped into those.
Yeah, you can kind of see that throughout all of the seasons, the
Mhm.
whole series. That like they spend, you can tell they put a lot of their budget towards some really cool moments,
Right.
and then make the rest like just a spy show.
Yeah, right, exactly.
But it works because some of those things do happen. It's like, whoa, it's so cool.
Yeah, right.
These are such good effects.
Well, they did that. Cool. Would be your reaction, yeah. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. Another thing I had is Piper. Piper's very underutilized in the show. Like, the writers don't know what to do with her. Because they take Flint with a broken leg, give her to Piper, and Piper takes the Quinjet and flies off with him. And then you don't see her again for the rest of this episode.
Right.
Like, I'm sure Piper could have taken him a zombie or two. Piper just gets cast to the side, and I think it's unfair. She needs more screen time.
They have a whole season left to make that up to
that's
her.
right.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why she just got out of the way, so she'd be ready to go for next
That's
season.
right.
Yeah.
Right. It's going to take a nap.
Yeah. Well, no, she was gone in this season. I mean, yeah, in this season she was gone for a few episodes. Then they explained it in one line at the party after they think they've defeated S.H.I.E.L.D. She suddenly appears at the party and she's like, "Yeah, I went away for a few days for R&R." It's like,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
like you knew that there was Shrike on the planet and something world breaking was about to happen. You're like, "Nah, my team's got it. I'm gonna go on vacation."
Well,
Yeah.
that's where the money was not put into the show.
Right.
Yeah.
That was a little weak. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I remember that.
They went up to Brianna Venskis and they're like, "We can only afford to put 10 people in this episode. You'd make 11. You have to go away for a little bit."
Yeah, that's right.
But poor Davis, too. Davis was underutilized. These were two agents that came in like season 4, maybe? 3 or 4? Like randomly. And then just kind of stuck around periodically.
Well, obviously the cast got too big and they didn't address how to manage that.
Yeah. But I was reading a Screen Rant article, and okay, so before I get to that, we can go to the end of the episode, end of the finale. May strikes down the 3 monolith wielders in that zombie realm, throws them back through to S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D. picks them up and says, "I'll deal with this myself," basically, and takes her swords, walks to the portal. May pulls a Milan pose because she's Ming-Na-Wen, and how can you not make Ming-Na-Wen look awesome? They fight. S.H.I.E.L.D. kind of flees, but not really. She's just like, "Alright, the portal's open. Have fun. I'm gonna go back and wait for them." For some reason. And then, and then Daisy and Mac and Yo-Yo, who's now possessed by a Shrike, get into the pyramid. They're fighting Pachacootig. Daisy quakes him. All of Coulson's skin flies off, and we see the visual effects of Pachacootig. They're fighting. Yo-Yo is dying. Then Daisy is just standing in front of the portal for some reason because she's about to resume her fight after Mac goes to take care of Yo-Yo. S.H.I.E.L.D. comes back through and looks like she's gonna kill Daisy.
Because she never saw her.
Yeah. And then May comes through and just stabs her in the back.
Yep.
So.
Well, Yo-Yo was that bat thing flew down her throat,
Yeah.
right, and was transforming her, coming out of her.
Oh wait,
Right.
she did get possessed at one point.
Right.
Completely, because then she tries to fight Mac.
Right. Oh yeah, because S.H.I.E.L.D. was in and out of all of
I'm
them.
gonna say, yeah, they all got possessed one time or another.
Right.
You know, the Shrike possessed her. She turned into a zombie
Oh, right.
because she started attacking Mac.
Okay.
That's when Daisy had to stand up and try to fight Pachacootig again. And then May comes through.
Yep.
And I mean, it's great. They won. And it was I was reading too that the way that May killed S.H.I.E.L.D. was the same way that Loki killed Coulson, just stabbing him through the back. But then S.H.I.E.L.D. just evaporates, and it was kind of like, oh, okay, that's it then.
Yeah.
I think, I'm sure if I watched it again, knowing what was going to happen, it wouldn't be, I don't want to say underwhelming, but I'd appreciate it more. Because I was waiting for another big battle between, like, everyone, now that they're all together.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen.
Well, that's the endgame effect.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's what that is. That's all that is. I watched them with you guys. That was episodes with you guys, but I also recorded automatically back at my place, and I'm gonna have to watch that again.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch it.
Who was the group that was trying to kill all of S.H.I.E.L.D. near the end there? Then they just kind of disappeared from
Oh,
sight.
yeah, the Chronicoms.
Is that what that was? Okay.
Yeah. So the Chronicoms were kind of shoehorned in to basically this whole season, I feel like. And they were a small plot point that we kept going back to, and we're like, alright, how does this lead up, how does this work into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s plot? And it doesn't, apparently. It was just all being set up for season 7.
I was gonna say it because they kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
They were.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with S.H.I.E.L.D. except that S.H.I.E.L.D. destroyed their planet.
Yeah.
And the small group of Chronicoms, like a radical group of Chronicoms, wanted to create Chronica 3, just bypassing Chronica 2 and go right for Chronica 3. Because the woman Chronicom we met wanted to use time travel to stop their planet being destroyed altogether,
Right.
and make it Chronica 2. The radical group wanted to take over another planet and make it Chronica 3. And that planet was Earth.
Yeah, and she lost.
Yep. She lost.
She lost though.
Which, like, is better because I don't think her plan would have been any easier.
No.
Time travel, don't mess with that. I say that as we get into season 7. So, the Chronicoms go to Earth to take over Earth, but because they have Fitz and Simmons' minds documented and know literally everything about them, they believe that S.H.I.E.L.D. is the only organization that would stand in their way, so they infiltrate the lighthouse.
Right.
Because they have all the access codes, they know the layout of it, they know
Right,
all
that's
the...
right, because they lost the lighthouse.
Yeah, they have all the S.H.I.E.L.D. Protocols, so they use that to trap the agents in the lighthouse and just kill them all. And they're trying to find Fitz and Simmons, because they still think that... No, are they trying to kill Fitz and Simmons?
Well, they want to kill all the S.H.I.E.L.D. agents.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that Fitz and Simmons was in that.
But when Fitz and Simmons are in Deke's lab, and they see some Chronicoms, they have that mind prison device. So are they trying to capture them to use them? Or just kill them?
You got me?
I don't know. I think either way, they want to kill them now. So Enoch rescues them because they're about to die.
In a different body.
Yes.
Right.
So we thought May died, then we thought Yo-Yo was going to die, then we thought Fitz and Simmons was going to die. So it was an anxiety-inducing episode.
It would have been a lot more dramatic if we didn't know season 7 was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, and I'd seen, because they wrapped up this past week on Tuesday.
Right.
Filming season 7, and there was a final picture where we
Right.
saw all of the cast.
Right, you saw the group shot.
So when May first died, we see that image of May when she gets thrown through the portal. There's a lot of blood. She's very pale. Like, that image is still in my mind. That's gonna haunt me forever. But the whole time I was thinking,
Good makeup, Joe. It's okay.
Yeah, right.
the whole time I was thinking, okay, no, we just saw Ming-Na Wen in a cast picture wrapping up season 7, so she must be there still. She doesn't die yet. What was I talking about? The Chronicoms?
Chronicoms.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, yeah, Enoch.
Enoch, yes. Enoch in a new body.
Yep. Enoch says something about, I can save you, but it's going to alter the course of your lives forever.
Which every week alters the life.
Exactly.
Always altered, right?
Yeah. So
How much more altered can be to go to blown up Earth a couple seasons ago?
yeah. So Fitz and Simmons look at each other and they go,
Yeah, sure, why not?
yeah, sure, why not?
Wouldn't be the first time.
And so then we go back to the pyramid. May, back on Earth, her wound is reopened because death is actually a thing on Earth.
Yep.
She's dying, and it's gonna be a really sweet scene. Everyone's around her, and she finds out Coulson lost the battle with Pachkudig, and she's gonna see Coulson soon anyway. We think she's gonna die, and then there's a spotlight, and Simmons appears in this like awesome shot of her standing over everything, and she's kind of like,
Well, we gotta go.
yeah, exactly. She just injects May with something, and she's like, she'll be fine. We gotta go. We're heading out.
Yep.
She's got this tight bun
Yeah.
on her head, and so she means business.
Yeah, she was like in control.
Yeah,
She became Mac.
yeah.
Right? I mean, that.
I
Leader.
thought she seemed robotic.
Yes.
So I thought when Enoch said it'll alter the course of your lives forever, that like he turned them into Chronicoms.
Oh.
Because they seemed she seemed very emotionless and just
Yeah, she was different.
Well, very down to that business. That's what
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all business.
She was, yeah.
And then so she takes May, Daisy. Well, May's in like cryostasis. Daisy, Mac, Yo-Yo.
That's right, because they put her in that thing that Fitz was in originally.
Yeah.
Like a cryogenics
Yeah,
type
right.
She takes them and Deke, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on board the Zephyr, which is now a time machine using the the Shaw drive.
Right. They expanded that somehow enough, so now it's powerful enough to move the whole ship. And
Yep.
to who knows how far in advance, because
Things
Well,
things happen very quickly in the
yeah,
final.
and that's 5 minutes.
Yeah, when you have time travel, you have time to work out how
Right.
to move an entire ship. Which Simmons says. She says twice, I think, we had time.
Yeah.
We had time to plan this
Yep.
and
Yep.
come rescue you guys. And she does.
Yep.
Then they travel and you see them at some point in history over New York.
We'll fly in New York City that looks nothing like New York City.
Right.
Because it's like 1930.
Right, because they said
Oh, they went back in the
they
time.
said is that
Yeah.
right. They said, "Oh, is that the right?" Because he said, well, one of them said, "Oh, is that the
Empire State
Empire State Building?" Yes, and she said that's the highest point. So
Yeah.
you knew that was
Gotcha.
She said that might be the tallest building in the world.
right.
And it's still being constructed.
Okay. That's
yeah,
right.
so it was
Now I
in
gotcha.
the 30s.
Yeah, so they time traveled.
I missed that little word there or something.
Yeah.
And the Chronicoms wanted them to solve time travel, so it seems like the Shaw drive was just like the missing piece for them to create time travel. So, props to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or Fitz and Simmons for solving solving time travel 4 years before Tony Stark does. You haven't seen Endgame yet. you
No,
know.
Oh, you haven't seen that game?
nah. 3 hours in the movie theater is just way too much for me.
Oh,
Now that's on. I'm sure Joe will buy it for too much longer if you haven't already.
right.
I'll watch it in bits and pieces. But go ahead.
No, you're gonna watch it, and you're
You're gonna get
be
sucked
so
in like the rest of us.
entranced. Yeah.
We'll see. It won't be at night thing. So
First thing in the morning.
Yeah,
Let's watch Endgame.
it has to be a
Endgame
Saturday.
marathon
Has to be a
today.
Saturday afternoon or something. Okay.
I work Saturdays.
And this is, you don't have to watch. I'll watch it.
Winter's coming.
And you won't be here anyway, so it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
So I won't get to watch because you'll take that with you. So never mind.
It'll be on Disney Plus probably.
Yeah. We already said it's gonna be on Disney Plus.
Oh, okay, yeah. But that comes out in November.
Yep.
November 12th.
12th. Launches. Yeah.
All right, now we sidetracked you. Do you remember where we were?
Yeah.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Time travel.
Time travel. Yeah, Fitz and Simmons solved time travel 4 years before Tony Stark did.
Okay.
So, I don't know. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't get enough love from the MCU.
Doesn't get the respect. They're the Rodney Dangerfield of entertainment.
Of the MCU, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
No respect. No respect at all.
But good for Fitz and Simmons. Oh, so Piper, that's what I was going to talk about. The Screen Rant article was saying that since they, so like the Chronicoms apparently, or at least from what I understand, are attacking S.H.I.E.L.D. throughout points in history, because they have time traveled too now.
Okay.
I think. So they're attacking S.H.I.E.L.D. throughout history, throughout time. And that's why Fitz and Simmons split up, because the Chronicoms have Fitz and Simmons' minds.
Mhm.
They can like predict everything that they would do. So they had to split up so that they don't know where each other is. That's why Simmons says, I don't, like, they ask where Fitz is, and she says, I don't know, I can't know, because then the Chronicoms would know. But Fitz sends them, to 1930s,
Yeah, okay.
New York City.
Which is interesting because isn't in the 1930s? That's about the time Marvel logo started to become
Oh, yeah.
born.
Yeah.
I wonder how they're going to
Went
affect.
from Timely to Marvel.
Yeah, I wonder
Yeah.
how that's if that's going to at all play into whatever happens.
I would.
How are
I
they going
wouldn't
to
mind
how are
some-
they going to change them? At least a little piece of the Marvel universe.
Oh, when the Marvel Universe started.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was thinking real world, like when Marvel, the industry started.
Oh no.
I was gonna say I wouldn't mind some fourth wall breaking if Fitz and Simmons were the ones like met Stanley and they're like, hey, here's some superhero ideas.
Yeah.
Let us tell you a story.
Yeah.
That would be cool. They should do that. Well, it's all over with. Hopefully they've done that because that would be. I would
fun.
get a kick out of that.
That'd be the very end.
Right.
The very
Yeah.
last thing they go blank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a story to tell you.
That'd make me happy. So what was I talking about again? Oh yeah. Chronicoms attacking S.H.I.E.L.D. throughout history. So hopefully before Simmons got to the pyramid, she went and picked up Piper and Flint. Maybe a few other S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. Maybe Deathlock! That's the guy. The robot guy. Deathlock.
Oh.
Yeah, I hope she picked up Piper, Flint, and Deathlock. Created their own S.H.I.E.L.D. team and sent them to, like, 2,130 or something. So they have different
Battle
S.H.I.E.L.D.
there.
teams fighting throughout
Okay.
time.
Sure.
That'd be really cool.
You know they have a limited budget, right, Joe?
Yeah.
And then we have one more season.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be a really good... Right. They only have one more season, so they just can use their entire budget on one season. Just make it awesome.
Okay.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Okay.
Just S.H.I.E.L.D. battles throughout
Well,
time.
they're really good at keeping things tight, so we'll see if anything leaks out over the next 9 months.
Yeah, we have so long to wait.
Well, we said that last year.
And it was a really long time to wait.
It went fast, like it always does.
Well, no, between then I had Cloak and Dagger. to
Well,
keep
there's
me
other stuff.
occupied.
Yeah.
Right. You like Cloak and Dagger and what
But
is it?
Cloak and Dagger
Runaways.
hasn't been, Runaways is okay. Yeah.
But Cloak and Dagger is it for you? I've never seen it.
Cloak and Dagger is really good. The season 2 was really good, but it hasn't been renewed yet for season 3. No matter how much I tweet about it.
They're not
Is
listening to
that on Hulu too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. But Joe Pokaski, the showrunner for Cloak and Dagger, likes a lot of the tweets that Marvel Therapy Group throws out.
Oh, yeah.
I expect any day now he'll message us and be like, "Hey, could I be on your show?"
Well, that'd be nice. Huh?
Who,
Sure.
who was it?
The showrunner for Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
He responds to you.
Yeah, he likes a few things.
Like, well, still,
right.
you're getting response. He's paying attention.
Yeah.
You know.
Very good.
I also,
Don't get a big head over it.
well, I've also been noticed by Emma Lahana and Ali Mackey from Cloak and Dagger. And the Cloak and Dagger writers, because they have their own Twitter. Brianna Venskis and the actor who plays Davis have responded to tweets. Max Osinski or something like that is Davis.
Very good.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have a little bit of an ego here.
And of course, you're down on buddy with
Elizabeth Henstridge.
Yes.
That's
Sure.
right. Yep. She's
Yeah.
Your new best friend or whatever she said.
Yeah, I think I said last episode too, but go look at our Instagram page, that favorited, the highlighted video. Elizabeth Henstridge calls me her new best friend. I'm holding her to that. I'll get invited to her wedding, I'm sure. Cast parties from now on, just like, oh, I gotta invite my best friends from Rhode Island Comic Con.
It's kind of late for that one.
Yeah.
There'll be
Joe. Cast parties are done.
reunions.
Reunion. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Predictions for season 7?
None. It will start and it will end. Here's my prediction. I have no idea.
They'll make, since they've already said that some characters are going to be coming back, making guest spots and all. I think since they've started back in the 30s, they're going to make some changes to the storylines we've already been through
Yeah.
to this point. Make adjustments. To what end? I have no idea.
It's been rumored that Peggy Carter is going to appear.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
So
I still miss that show, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that show.
Renew Peggy Carter for season 3 too. Oh, Cloak and Dagger and the Runaways are going to have a crossover episode.
I read that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it once.
So
I haven't seen it either. So.
I retweeted that announcement and said, this episode's going to cause world peace, and Joe Pokaski liked that.
World peace, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
I do a really good job with our Twitter. Not to brag. So, anyway, follow our Twitter at Therapy Marvel. We also have an Instagram and Facebook pages.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook when we remember to use it. But follow our Instagram and Twitter, and also find us wherever you listen to podcasts. As you know, since you're listening to it, you know where to find us. Any last words about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6?
Yeah, I'm good.
No, I thought it started slow. First, like 3-4 episodes,
Yeah.
and then it got really strong. And I enjoyed the season finale. I thought there were some, like I mentioned before, some weak moments. You know,
Right.
it wasn't perfect, but I like the ending. If it's about time travel, I'm there.
Yeah.
Well, the 2 hours did go quick.
It did.
It did go quick.
Too quick.
I agree.
Yeah.
Even with the commercials.
Yeah.
I usually fast forward.
Where do you rank season 6 in terms of your overall favorite seasons?
Okay, my favorite season of them is when Simmons. Remember
Any season with Simmons is going to be my favorite.
she was transported to Heads of the Monoliths, and she was transported to the planet.
Oh, the planet, yep.
I thought that was the strongest, at least because there was a break right during that year. They had the first half of the season, and there was a break for a few months.
Yeah.
I thought that was
a good. That was
strongest.
That was season 3, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I thought that was strong. So that's my favorite season.
That's interesting you say that, because to me season 3 is the most forgettable.
Really?
Not that it's bad, it's just like it happened and then we moved on.
But the Monoliths came into play.
Yeah.
I think the one I didn't like the most was when they went the season they all got injected at and they opened up the next one, this blown planet. I didn't really care for that.
Oh, season 5.
Yeah, I didn't really care for that. That was kind of weird. That was a strange season.
Because the first half of season 5 took place in the lighthouse, but in space.
Okay.
So we had remember, so we had the same set for like 12 episodes. Yeah.
And just the idea that I think they can actually go back and stop whatever happened, and
once they got back to Earth, it picked up a little bit.
Yeah. A little bit.
Yeah, I didn't like the season. My least favorite season was actually when they were out in space and the Earth blew up.
Right.
Season 5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
See, my least favorite, and not to say that it's bad in any way, but just ranking them, season 6 is actually the last one on my list. It just, like, it felt the most random to me. It didn't really explain anything. It was just a very, like, 90s sci-fi adventure.
It's kind of thrown together.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah. I mean, they did take the Marvel Zombies concept and revolve a whole season around it.
I thought it was silly.
I mean, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has always just taken the MCU scraps and created the best show ever with them. So, like, I'm not faulting season 6 at all, but it's just,
Right.
Well, the one we're counting on is the last season.
Yep.
yeah,
Being the best.
Yes.
yeah. It'll be sad when it ends.
Looking forward to it already.
Yeah, it's a whole year away.
Long winter ahead, Joe.
I know. We don't get another Marvel property until next March. Whenever the Black Widow movie is, yeah.
movie.
Well, we'll have some TV, like Marvel or Disney Plus TV shows.
Yeah. And the movies will be back, and Endgame will be back on that, and there'll be things.
Yeah.
Between Disney Plus and Hulu.
And even Black Widow is, as far as we know, isn't going to tie into anything.
Right. It's supposed to be
Standalone movie.
standalone
Yeah.
and how she became Black Widow, I guess. That's the rumor, but I don't know.
It's a hard time to be a Marvel fan right now.
It's in between.
I know.
It's like you're in a crevice.
I know. It's a hard adjustment. We'll get there. We'll survive. All right. Any last thoughts?
We're all
No.
set. I think we're all set.
Thanks for tuning in. And again, find us on all social media and anywhere listen to podcasts. And feel free to reach out to us with your thoughts on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And what else was I going to say?
Any ideas for new shows?
Yeah, tweet out our new Cloak and Dagger Season 3. And also Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 8 and 15. And
Thank you for tuning in to this week's Marvel Therapy Group, where together we can work through our comic thoughts and learn to live beside them. Views expressed are of the host only and do not reflect Marvel Studios or comics in any way. Hosts are in no way qualified to provide therapy. This is simply the name of the podcast. This has been another Marvel Therapy Group session.